Monster here. Today we're looking at one of my January jams and seeing where it's at and seeing if we can take it and make it a full track. So the piece that we're working on today was my episode 10 in the January event, challenge, however you like to think of that. And it's really kind of a different thing for me. It's very mysterious and, well, it's mysterious. That's what it is. It was done entirely on the Electron Digatone. That's an awesome little FM synth box of happiness and wonder. It makes really crazy sounds. I typically wasn't a super fan of FM synthesis, but I heard what this little guy would do, and it's pretty freaking amazing. So, let's have a listen to where it's at right now. Opens up on that kind of mysterious boom, 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 and cool, fun. I like that. But it's only got like that one other section. It's got like the A and the B, just little parts. It doesn't really go anywhere else. And it's also really sparse. And that's great because my mixes always end up really dense on my arrangements and things. So I just love stuff firing off at random. And when you got headphones on, it just swirls all around your head. It's cool. And we're probably going to take it there, but it's nice to start somewhere else, like chill and low, and then bring it up and not just smash people straight in the face with, oh my god, it's all the things in the arrangement. So where do we want to go? I know I definitely want to add energy to this track. It's kind of got this, I don't know, like Arabic, Middle Eastern sort of thing. I can't remember what mode that is. Is it Phrygian or I don't remember how they work. Anyhow, it's got that kind of thing happening, and I kind of like that vibe. But I'd like to kind of bring up the feel and the energy and actually like push it somewhere like with much more energy. I want to pump up the jam. Jam's pumped up. It's often stratosphere or spacosphere or up there places. Okay, so what I need to do technically first is to free up those voices on the Digatone. I was doing everything on that box, so drums, the bass drum, the kick, the snare, and the hi-hat. Bass drum, the kick are the same thing. Shh, I know how this works. But I want to free up those voices on the Digatone so I can use them for other sounds, because it's an awesome box of synthesis. Words are hard sometimes. So we gotta free up those voices. How do we do that? I'm glad you asked. What we do is use a sampler, which is awesome because that's what a Digitact is. So if you're really smart about the way that you use your voices on your Digitact, you can really do all your drums on really like 5, maybe 6 channels. And if you wanted to sample something else in on those last 2 channels, you have another 2 channels of melodic line, which is awesome. So really you could have like a 6-voice Digatone, or if you're really impressively like parameter locking all your sounds, you could have like 4 tracks of drums, which is awesome, and have another 4 tracks of sampled parts on the Digitact where you've sampled the Digatone sounds in, and then you've got, what is that, like a 12-voice Digatone? It's also the way I make a 8-voice analog 4. It's awesome. Samplers are amazing. So let's do that real quick, get those drums off the Digatone onto the Digitact, and rebuild those patterns on the Digitact. So we got those patterns reprogrammed. Awesome, they're in there. I want to add a little more flavor. Wanted to flesh out that composition and have a couple other places for it to go. So we did that. I plugged up my analog 4 and got him hooked up on the Fun 2. So he's using, I think, 2 voices on that little dude. I'm running an ARP and kind of a patty thing to kind of fill in that swells here and there. And just really kind of fleshed out the rest of the pattern. A lot of the thinking is just energy. I like it to get up and kick it and actually go somewhere. So the way that a lot of my electronic tunes, they kind of build, swell, and then kind of come back down to a thing that's kind of like just waves of music. And that's kind of how that I like to approach it. So at this point, I'm thinking, hey, that doesn't sound too bad. I should probably just record this and call it a day. I like to do things on the machines and not multi-track them out at this point. I know overbridge betas are out, and that's awesome because that's going to open up a whole new world. But for this February Let's Make an Album challenge, if I have access to oh gosh, however many tracks that it's going to end up being. Because I've obviously brought in the Analog 4 to do some other RPE type analog synthy goodness things in there, just because I love that thing. It sounds awesome. But if I have access to all those tracks individually, I will EQ and compress and multiband compress and all of those things, and it will take freaking forever. Okay? So I'm not doing that. What I'm going to do is try to perform it live, use my Chaos Pad, little Korg Chaos Pad, tappy little fellow, and use those for transitions, any kind of spice that I want to add to mix it up. We're going to use that Chaos Pad for that. So I'm hoping that we can do this all in a single take. It's not going to be one take. I'm going to go ahead and let you know it's not going to be one take. It's never, ever one take on these things. Number one, I have to remember where all the patterns live. Number two, fingers in the Chaos Pad. Sometimes the timing is no bueno. So I'm going to go get a decent take of this, and I'll catch you right back here for finished product. Sound good? I love it when a plan comes together. And this one actually turned out pretty cool. I'm happy with this. So this is track number 1 of, let's shoot for 8 tracks maybe, but definitely 7, or that 30-minute time mark is really I think the important one is 30 minutes. But 7 individual tracks on Spotify, or 30 minutes is like their album definition. I think it works that way on iTunes as well. So that's going to be our goal, is to have at least 7 tracks, 30 minutes of music for this challenge. So we've got this one down, and it is this many minutes long. So we have this many more minutes to go. Thanks, magic of editing. I love you. Cool. So that's one down. Only a few more to go. I'd love to see what your guys' process is. If whatever you guys and girls are doing on your jams, I'd love to see if you can just like set up a camera somewhere. It doesn't need to be all this like multicam and breakaway and artful shots and lights, because I'm nerdy like that. I like that stuff. It'd save a lot of time if you didn't do that. It really, really, really would. But I'd love to see your process. Anything where you actually talk about your decision making, like why you did a certain thing. Like, you know, in mine, I added some arpeggios just to add some more movement in life, because there's only so much excitement you can add with, 16th hi-hat notes and all that kind of stuff, and builds and swells. I love the production aspect as well as just the musical arrangement. So if you got anything that's really fun, share a tip. Drop a comment below, link your video up, and I'll be sure to have a look there, and we'll just learn all the cool things and make all the music together. Sound like a plan? Sweet. Catch you later. Monster out. It does FM synthesis. Synthesizers,